Your child does not need a fake personal brand. If somebody told you your 15-year-old needs to manufacture a personal brand to get into a selective college, please don't start there. Your teenager does not need to become a carefully engineered admissions character. I'll show you the narrative pillar framework, a way to create coherence in a student's profile without turning them into someone they're not. This is one of the core ideas inside the admissions narrative framework and strategy toolkit. I'm Jenny, the founder of Missions Narrative. My work is about helping families uncover and strengthen what is already authentic in the student, then make smarter choices so the evidence behind the story becomes stronger over time. And this one matters to me because parents tell me this all the time. I want to help my child, but I don't want to pressure them into becoming someone they're not. That concern is legitimate. Families hear that colleges want a story, and then they panic. They think, okay, we need to pick the story. Maybe she's the future doctor, maybe he's the AI entrepreneur, maybe she's the climate activist, and now every activity has to fit this identity. That's backwards. Some families try to engineer consistency. They choose activities because they fit a theme. They manufacture a passion project because it fits the intended major. They push the student toward a neat little admissions package. On paper, it may look coordinated, but it can also look artificial. So why is that not working? Because a coherent admissions narrative is not the same as a manufactured identity. The purpose of narrative pillars is to connect the student's interests, strengths, choices, impact, and trajectory into a coherent story without forcing a fake personal brand. And that distinction is huge. You're not inventing a student. You're identifying patterns that are already there and deciding which ones deserve more room to develop. Now, here are the 3 steps. Step 1, look backward before you plan forward. Start by looking at what the student already gravitates toward. What do they read about? And what kinds of problems interest them? What classes light them up? What projects have they voluntarily spent time on? What responsibilities seem to bring out their best? Don't ask, what should their story be? Ask, what story is already starting to emerge? Step 2, find 2 or 3 recurring themes. Now look for connections. Maybe the student repeatedly combines technology with accessibility. Maybe they love biology and teaching. Maybe they keep gravitating towards storytelling and civic issues. Maybe the thread is entrepreneurship plus community problem solving. You're not forcing every activity into one narrow box. You're identifying 2 or 3 themes strong enough to organize future choices. Those become your narrative pillars. Now, step 3, build evidence around the pillars. Then let future decisions deepen those themes. Courses, projects, activities, leadership, summer plans, research, artifacts. Not because everything must perfectly match, but because over time, you want the application to contain enough evidence that an admissions reader can understand, I see who the student is, what matters to them, and how they've developed. Why does this work? Because by senior year, you're not trying to invent meaning after the fact. You've spent several years allowing authentic interests to develop into choices and choices to develop into evidence. That supports the transformation that you want for your family to look back and feel like the story made sense, and for the student to enter senior year having built something real rather than scrambling to manufacture a story. So that's what the differentiation blueprint help organize, not a fake brand, a coherent view of the student's interests, strengths, choices, impact, and trajectory. Because once you know the student's 2 to 3 strongest narrative pillars, every future decisions become easier. You don't have to keep asking what would look impressive. You can ask what would deepen something authentic that is already becoming meaningful. And that is much healthier and much more strategic way to build an admissions profile. Now, if you like this, comment brand on this post and I will send you additional free resources just like this one.